This is Mabin week 6, our first drill feedback. So that's excellent. Could maybe be a little bit closer to the yellow jump there. You take this path a little bit and then have to go in there. A little bit further to the right than you needed to, further from the yellow. But I would still think that's excellent. So this front cross, also really good. Maybe a teeny bit late, and I think you would have been in better position if you had been closer to the yellow to start it. If your path was more here instead of here, you would have been in a little bit further downstream right now. So that way your path would be like that more than this. And I think that might have helped you out. So right now, instead of where you are, you would be maybe 3 or 4 feet further towards the back wall, towards those mirrors. And I think that's maybe what sets up a lot of this, where she wants to wrap the backside of the wing. And then I think it just becomes a pattern. It's a little bit hard to tell from this angle, just the nature of this angle in the camera exactly, but it does seem like you could be further towards that back wall when you do your cross. So see how you do this and then over? So I would work on being there, because remember, ultimately the goal, the perfect front cross, is from that wing to this wing right there, just inside that, and you go over pretty far, which causes this path. And now you're doing your cross here. And I think what happens is, maybe in an attempt to keep her from taking this backside, you are working yourself further away from the jumps. But I think that the better solution is to be further that way towards the back wall. Now I know as soon as she takes that jump, then you're immediately going this way. So it is a balancing act. But I think that is the better solution right now. The other thing that you can do, so like at this point now, I think she's just patterned it. So the other thing that you can do, especially after she's gone to that backside a couple of times, is to just simply rotate the jump. So again, this is going to be kind of hard to show you because of just the angle of the camera, but this jump is on that, and this jump is right there, right? And they're in the straight line with each other. But if you rotated the blue jump a little bit, imagine if the red jump was like that, the second jump, the blue jump, if you put it on the red line, so the path, so her path was more clear if this was like this, right? So that jumps still stays this way, but rotate that back jump about 45 degrees, then that would make it very difficult for her to see. Right now it's like that, right? And she's able to get into the backside. Hopefully that makes sense, because it's kind of hard to draw on this, the way the camera angle is with that jump. So in other words, if you pulled the near wing, the closest wing of the blue jump, and you pulled that wing towards you right now, that would change the angle of that blue jump, making it, I'm sorry, I take that back, pushing it away from you. Push that wing away from you, so that way it would be a lot harder for her to take the backside and easier to take the front side. So that's how we could change the environment to make it easier, by rotating the jump. The other thing that we can do is we can always move the jumps a little bit closer or further away. So this front cross is late, your right interface. And that's why she stops and slows down and looks at you like, hey, what the hell? You got right in my face. But then finishes up strong. I do think that's good that you recognized this immediately. I know that you recognized that she was slowing down and that she was patterning that. And then, yeah, again, so she's just kind of patterned on that backside. So, yeah, if you're not really sure of what to do, how to fix it with pure handling, then I would change the environment. And in that case, that means rotating that jump. That's nice. See how you veer out like that? I don't love that. I'd like you to stay on the same path. The way that if you were afraid that you would be in her landing path, in her landing zone, the way to get out of the dog's landing zone in that case is to move further downstream, not to pull away and then have to do that. Good strong tunnel sends. Very nice. Nice. Good blind. I like that you watch her take it over the new arm. This is good. She seems a little unclear of doing that wrap, but this is probably one of the first, or maybe the first time you've ever done a wrap like that with her. I think you could switch to your right arm, the new arm, maybe a teeny bit sooner. I like to shake my fist when I do it. Different people are a little bit, have a little bit different comfort. Good. Watching her take the jump over the new arm. So right now, start shaking the right arm. And then get out of there. Very nice. Very nicely done. I think those wraps are really nice. Again, especially because it's probably the first time you've ever done wraps like that. So your path has to be like that a little bit to get out of her way. I prefer that it was straight the whole way. And again, and that's why she slows down there, because you go like that when she's taking the jump. You do that to get out of her way, or you're almost going to hit the jump. But that's okay. It's because when you were up here near the tunnel, you got a little bit out of place when you started running this way. So, again, so when we have the issues with her taking the backside, or anytime there's struggle with the answer to SERPs a lot of times is just rotating the jumps one way or the other. Think of it like weaves. In fact, actually, Susan Garrett, when she invented the 2x2 weave method, when she first invented it, she did it based off of how most people train these serpentine jumps, which is to start off with them as slices at angles and then slowly rotate. And you rotate the jumps as necessary to train the dog, to slowly shape the dog into the behavior that we're looking for from a handling, okay? So keep that in mind. Rotate those jumps when you need to. Try and be a little bit further downstream. I think that would have helped. And when we run our serpentine lines, try to run straight. Try to avoid any S patterning as best we can. Really nice work here. I think that your wraps in particular, when you came around here and did those, were really good. And were really good in particular. Okay. And also excellent strong tunnel sends and reconnection. Good job.